merry meet and fare thee well. Settle in for a story with me, Astin Gaël. Thank you so much for being here today. This is your every other day collective message for Friday, May the 15th. Only 1 week until this body turns 37. And it is a little hard for our system to cope with that knowledge. Everything you need to know is in the description box down below, including the link to our wish list if you'd like to say happy birthday. It's not expected, but it is appreciated. If you are enjoying these collective messages, please consider giving the channel a subscribe. We will continue meeting every other day for a while. I'm still in the process of formulating the new product. If you really like today's video, please give it a thumbs up or drop a comment. It does help the channel grow. We are working our way through what there is to love about a man to highlight aspects of healthy masculinity. It's kind of become my advocacy project. Every day we read a poem and we take the theme of the poem and try to create our short story around it. Today's theme is excitement. He's so psyched he can't even sit still. Words are tumbling out of his mouth so fast he can barely keep up with himself. And he's doing that little shadow boxing dance around the room. He's dropping to the floor and doing push-ups. He's speed dialing everyone he knows at warp speed. He's whooping and howling and pumping the air with his fists. Yes, he cries out. Words we can't print here, he cries out. He's lip-syncing to the soundtrack from a chorus line and high-stepping every time he gets to the words one singular sensation. He's calling out for sushi and breaking out the champagne and the good glasses. Actually, he's so excited he broke 2 glasses and then dropped the entire bottle of champagne. He can't hide his excitement for a minute. It's right there in front for all the world to see, written all over his face. He's jazzed up and worked up and riled up and wound up. There's much ado about something and his excitement won't quit. I feel like we try to suppress excitement in men, like gleeful joy, giddiness is an emotion that's too childish, too feminine, too uninhibited, carefree, and for some odd reason, we feel as if men should always care, should always worry, should always be stoic. And I say, let loose that excitement. Show us how happy you are. In the minute, at the moment, just do it. Okay, excitement. What are we excited about today? What are we excited about? I'll tell you what I'm not excited about. There is a tiny fly that has been stuck in this studio, And I'm assuming that it's like fucking angry that it's been trapped in here. And it is taking it out on me. So I've opened the door. I'm hoping it lets itself loose, because otherwise I've got this and I'm not afraid to roll it up. Like, it has bit me 3 times now. I'm not messing around. All right, what are we excited about? I'm excited to toss charms. I always kind of miss them a little bit. Hell yeah. Okay. I'm being drawn to the present. So we are excited about something that did not die. My little skull charm here is upside down, and it's right beneath this star that's surrounding the word present. So there's like a star-like quality that has not died right now, right here. Um, okay, yeah, a destiny has not died. Um, I don't necessarily know if I sign on to the belief of destiny swapping, but possibly I sign on to the belief that people can put barriers in our way um, when we are trying to achieve something that we believe ourselves to be destined for. Because I'm not even really for sure I sign on to the belief that we all come here with a destiny. Although I do think everybody has a purpose. I just don't know if I chalk it up to destiny. The name Destiny could be significant as well, just because I feel like I'm being drawn to say it over and over again. All right. Here we go. Okay. Something else is happening in the present. Something with masculine energy. I was feeling that this morning. Yeah, very tumultuous masculine energy, distorted masculine energy. It almost kind of feels as if there are people that are seeking to stir anger up inside of certain people. I'm actually watching some storm clouds roll in over the studio right now, and that is not the weather that was predicted for today. So take that how that resonates for you. But something about that feels relatable for me. Okay, we are focused on social media, and also like the pursuit of knowledge. So there's possibly something about like uh, returning to college or higher level learning. Um, the area code 312 or 314 could be significant. There is somebody that once, similarly to the energy of wanting to stand in the way of one's destiny, there is someone that wants to block this higher intellect from coming through. In order to harm the soul. It's as if this is what your soul believes its purpose to be, to obtain more knowledge, to grow, to learn. And there's somebody, potentially somebody in the area code 312 or 314, that feels like it's their divine purpose to prevent that. This person might be getting paid to kind of stand in one's way. Okay, I remember watching this show just recently, like within the last couple of months, called Evil. That's what the show was called, just Evil. And the grandma, so the mom of the like main character, female bodied main character, um started working for like the antagonist, the main male bodied antagonist. So she became like the female bodied antagonist. And long story short, they worked at this agency that was basically a bunch of people stirring up chaos on social media, intentionally posting things about just doom and gloom, to get people to focus on anything but just the darkness of the world. So there's something coming through about that there might be people intentionally trying to block messages that don't foster a sense of doom and gloom. So yeah, take that how that resonates. They could be tied into the healthcare industry. Yeah. Or the messages that are being shared are around health. Um, Trans healthcare obviously pops up in my mind, but that's very ego. That's very ego based because it's what relates to me. But yeah, there could be somebody that exclusively shares misinformation about various health scares. So, be mindful of what you're actually taking in when you're on social media. Be mindful of what you're paying attention to and what you're just writing off as more bullshit. Okay. Back to excitement. Um there's an excitement about something that you're growing, something that you're giving birth to, breathing the breath of life into some project. It's very specifically for your inner child, and it has something to do with eliminating people that have come for your harvest, come for your blessings. Maybe the type of people that exclusively focus on the doom and the gloom. Just, you know, letting what they say run off your back like water off a duck's back. So there's something about fostering a sense of confidence and independence, autonomy in your inner child, so that they no longer need the acceptance and the acceptance and approval of people that don't really have their best interest at heart. People that don't really care about what makes you happy. They kind of need you to be down with them. Shoot, okay. Okay. Wow. Okay, tell me more about the masculine energy getting stirred up. Okay, Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, somebody wants to see you out of control, let loose, and possibly go on some sort of like a shopping spree. So let loose of all control. But very specifically, like let loose of your energy. Yeah, look at that. That Eight of Pentacles, it's a zombie. They need you to let loose of your energy so that they can have it. Tell me more about them being like a zombie. Death. Because you have not killed off your star energy, because you have not let loose of your purpose, you keep moving forward. For some reason, it is causing this person to experience a death. You know, I don't know why if you don't die, they do die, but that's really bizarre, you know. So tell me about this being paid to just kind of be unhinged. Like, can you imagine that being your actual job? Just I can't imagine accepting money for something like that. It's just like, even if every single one of my worries was taken care of, I can't fathom being okay with that being my job title. just certified chaos. you know, all right, but tell me more about getting paid for, uh, I don't know, causing people to worry about things that they don't need to worry about. Three of Cups in the reverse. This was a group effort, and it is being thwarted. Okay, no, that's just excessive. Okay. What's happening to this group? Okay. We'll do a little shuffle. All right. What's happening to this group? Thank you. All right. So there is a Prince of Cups. They are the leader of this group, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, but a very young Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Something about feathers. They might collect feathers, or birds of a feather flock together. They might have that kind of mentality, kind of a soul tribe mentality. They are the one that would like to be the reason that the higher knowledge does not make its way to you. It's almost like they want to be in charge of what messages you receive, which definitely ties into a paid campaign of you only seeing certain things. Seven of Swords. So just like that zombie, we've also got a cannibal here. Yeah, this person feeds on other people. Zombie, cannibal, like very similar energies here. And the last cycle of people that they had been feeding on just dried up. Like they've just run out of energy from their last supply. It is very much giving like narcissistic supply, but I'm not I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a therapist, I'm not licensed in any way, so I'm not going to call them that. But people who have the tendency to need other people around to fuel them. And I'm not talking about extroverts, because there's a difference between feeling charged after spending time in the company of others and requiring people to constantly be around you so that you can continue just living. That's different. So this person is an Emperor in the reverse. They are stuck in a Page of Cups energy. They are stuck in a very like little boy mindset. Yeah, okay. Tell me about your project that you've got going on. birthing something new into the world. Tell me about your project. Okay. Well, as far as the people that you've had to cut out to keep this project safe, either you have feelings towards them of, let's go to war, very not tender feelings, or they have feelings towards you. So there is no possibility of this coming to a compromise, and therefore it's just best to leave things be, to just go ahead and separate for now. Separations do not always have to last forever, but if you continue moving on, growing, and they don't ever, match that energy, then why reconnect? You don't have anything in common anymore. And it looks like what you don't have in common is that warlike energy. If we're looking at the Greek gods, because this poem is about the Greek god Hephaestus, you are Hephaestus, the god of the forge, and this person is Zeus, the god of the sky, the bringer of lightning. This person brings storms, and you use the energy of those storms underground to form weapons, but not weapons that you are going to be taking into battle. Weapons for the other gods, the gods of war. You might consider yourself a warrior mentality, archetype, but maybe you tap into that peaceful warrior energy more than the fighting energy. 2929 on the timer, as I said that. Sevens could be very significant to you. And the month of July 29th, could be very significant for you. That's all I've got for you. So until next time, be well, be you.